Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you clicking on my video today. I wanted to share with you the kaleidoscope blanket that I made. I don't know what I searched for that made it come up in my feed, so I don't know if it's showing up in your feed as well for YouTube blankets or, crochet items. But I love this pattern. There are a ton of different videos out there, so don't even ask. I am not making a tutorial for it. There are some that, the tutorial that I followed was in 4 or 5 pieces, and they were like 45 minutes to an hour long each. So if you need that dedication, it is there for you in the video. I'll go ahead and post the first video of that series down below because it is what I followed. But she talks about having followed Fiber Spider. So if you've already got him up on your radar, then, by all means, go ahead and grab his video. I love Fiber Spider. I watch him all the time. So, of course, everything that I do has a big old story behind it. I think my mom was like that. She would never give a gift without a story. So it all started from this yarn skein that I got a long, long time ago. I had ordered somebody's lot of green yarns, different green yarns, so that I could use it throughout different projects if I needed a little tree or whatever. And so this is an older skein. I know that because I've had it for probably 8 or 10 years, maybe. There's no name on it, so I don't know if this is telling you what sort of what the name of the color is, or the number of the color. But so it's this worsted weight baby yarn from Herrschners. So I put it on eBay to try to sell myself because it was a beautiful yarn skein. They come like this with an automatic pull tab. All of these worsted skeins from Herrschners, both the regular, this one's regular, and then also the baby comes that way. So anyway, so I had this up on eBay for quite some time and nobody wanted to buy it. And so I thought, all right, fine, I'll take it down. I'll use it myself at some point. So tra-la-la-la-la, some time later, I decided I'm going to go ahead to the website and find some other colors that are going to match to it. So what I found was this beautiful variegated that I've shown you before, I do believe. It's called Kiddie Pool. Yes, I did show you because I purchased some more this blue color just recently. I was a goof in that video. Sorry about that. So I also got some white, and then I also got some yellow. The white is called Clouds, and the yellow is called Dandelion. So I thought that these would go just great together. This guy's got no life left in him. And then, so that sat on my shelf waiting for the perfect 4-color combination to strike. And it wasn't striking, and it wasn't striking, and I didn't know what to get. And then I saw the kaleidoscope pattern recently, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get another 5th color, because that's what the pattern that I was looking at had, a 5-color rotation. So I got this 5th color. It's called Raindrops, and I thought it went so well with this. It really did. So here's what I have, and throughout the video here, or somewhere in the video, I'm not sure where I've decided to put it, but I'm going to show you a bunch of different thumbnails of the YouTube videos that are for this blanket, just so that you can see some of the different color combinations. One of the colors that I used is variegated, and you somewhat lose it. Or so I thought I did. And then I came back here to show you guys, and I like it from far away like this, but I still think, you know, here after the blue is where that variegated is, and you kind of lose it. It just looks like muddy white or something. I'm not sure. So that's why I wanted to make sure to really show you guys, like, the dramatic look of this blanket is so, you know, the color choices that you make for it are going to make or break that dramatic moment. And so part of my challenge was that the video tutorial that I watched, after about this section, she says, okay, you can start making this number of rounds, you know, anything you want. So this one she did 2, and then she did 3, and then 2 again, or something like that. And that's, I can't do that. I had to go for symmetry. So, but then I was running out of yarn. As you can tell, you know, this is not, I did not use the same amount of these 2 colors through this project. So one might give a little more thought process to the colors that you use, as well as how many rows of that color you do in each round. So I started with the variegated because I thought, oh, that's such a great color. You know, let's see it play out through throughout the blanket a bit. And then as I realized, you know, these other colors are so strong, and then the variegated just kind of gets lost a little bit. So give it some thought when you're going to pick your colors, and how many, you know, like in here, like we could have just gone 2 of white, and then 5 of green, and then 4 of yellow, or whatever the color, the row count is. I don't remember off the top of my head. So then the other point, the other thought process is whether or not it needs any more of a border, because kind of in my opinion, the way this peak comes here, so the peak is in, see, I can't even see in the camera. The peak goes into the variegated color. So the variegated is the top of that peak. And then you've got this row and this row and then this row. So you've got 3 more rows after the peak. So that could kind of be considered the border, if you will, depending on how you choose your color combinations. And, you know, maybe we did, maybe, whoops, maybe you would have done this top 3rd row also in that same blue color or whatever, and make that really look like the border. So the fact that I ended on variegated, not too happy with that. I would have to give a whole lot more thought to, you know, how I would go about color coding a border, and I don't know how much that green is going to last me. So I think I might just call it done here and call that a learning experience, because I'm not in love. I mean, I do, like, again, when I stood up and came back here, I like it way more than looking at it up close. And that's not necessarily meh, you know. So I wanted to share also that there are, you know, this is, you start in the center and you grow out, and then you stop when you get to how big you want to be. I think this one was about 41 by 41. So then again, it was like an odd thing, because, you know, baby blankets are around 32 by 32 or whatever. And at that point, I wasn't happy with it. And so I just went on for another round of it, whatever this is called, whatever that whole next section is, you know. So again, you could stop at any point and just have some peaks sticking out. I don't know. You've got a lot of options. That's all I'm going to say with that. I think I am going to try again with some darker, maybe more dramatic colors. Like I said, that was the look I was going for. And although I love this, and it's Eastery looking and springy looking, and I absolutely love the fact that we're kind of coming out of that, all the fall colors that we've been using with yarn, or me anyway. So I'm really happy for the aesthetic of it, but it just didn't hit that dramatic punch that I was looking for. So it'll stay on my list of things to redo, and I'll share that with you some point along the way. And I did not remember that I did this blanket in some Caron 1 pound or Caron Jumbo skeins that were so similar. I simply don't know how I missed that. So I'm not happy that I did a color scheme that's almost exactly like another color scheme that I just did, or not just did, this one's from years ago, but still. But what I was excited to find that I did not know existed is that Fiber Spider did the kaleidoscope in a shawl. So I'm not sure how to share, I'll insert that picture here so you can see. And as you can see in this clip, you can also do smaller squares and then put them together to make a sweater or cardigan. So that video is out there as well. And I just searched by kaleidoscope, you know, crochet kaleidoscope, and there's a bunch of them out there. So like I said, the one that I followed is in big, it's a crochet along, so they're in huge sections. Once you kind of get the hang of it, you've kind of got the hang of it. But it's easy to not have the hang of it. So here are a bunch of clips where I had a mistake that I had to frog out rows. There's a part where you do a chain 2 that equals one of your 3 double crochets, and when I was using the variegated yarn, I saw that section, for example, the white of the variegated looked like one of my chain 3s. So I missed a chain 3 and I had to go back and frog it all out. So that type of thing. So depending on the colors that you use, you might confuse your own self. So all right, there's a whole lot of kaleidoscope information there out on the internet, on YouTube videos. You know, find one that you like and go for it. I think it is a fantastic pattern, and I'm going to do one again. So I hope that you do as well. Thanks for watching today. Have a wonderfully blessed day, and I hope you come back and see me again. Bye-bye.